people are going to get healed, or this is the place where people are going to save people. But that's a thin slice of healing, at least in the broad spectrum of what the Bible is telling us. It's a thin slice of how Jesus heals, healing encounter. And if we can put healing encounters in their proper place, then maybe we can avoid unwanted and unnecessary disappointments. So every time when we go for healing, or when we bring somebody to a healing encounter, or to a place where people are praying for people to be healed, and they don't get healed, how do they walk away? What is the story that they will leave with? What is the story that we leave with when we pray for people and people don't get healed? Do we get disappointed with God? Because in our minds we think that is the way God heals and that's the only way. Now what happens when we broaden our understanding of what healing is as a process of care? We start to be able to see that Jesus is already healing. He's already healing us. He's already healing people through his touch, through his connection with them. We start to see that Jesus never stops caring, because the moment when he lays his hands on our hands and connects with us, he starts to guide us through the woods of life. He starts to guide us through the difficulties and the obstacles. Then we begin to see that our healing is already taking place. The moment when somebody walks through the doors of the church, we already recognize that God is already working in their life and the healing is already taking place. And the third thing that happens is that when we start to see healing as a process of change, of care, rather than an instantaneous cure, is we begin to understand how we can participate with God in his healing. So Jesus sends the man back home into a community that cares for him. The question for us is, are we the community of care for our friends, or for people who are broken, the wounded, the healing, the people who need healing, the ailing? Can we say, we welcome you despite your brokenness, because you're not any more broken than I am, or than we are. We welcome you even if you are not able to walk, and we welcome you even if you have mental problems. We welcome you if you're schizophrenic, or any other ailments or problems that you might have in life. We are the community of care that welcomes you with open arms, just as Jesus would. Will we hold their hands in life and say that whatever you go through in life, I will walk with you. Even if Jesus isn't here today, I'm going to keep praying for you today. And if Jesus isn't here tomorrow, I'm going to pray for you to be healed the day after. And I will trust God and keep praying for healing, just as Jesus did, today and again and again and again. But I will walk with you even if you are not healed today or tomorrow. Are we the kind of people? Cures are fleeting, but caring is lasting. We can spend an entire lifetime chasing after cure, after cure, after cure. We can be cured of our broken bones. We can be cured of our fever. We can even face the incurable, like cancer or HIV or any other kind of disease that might ail us. We can spend a lifetime chasing after cure, after cure, after cure. Or we can trust and rest in Jesus' care for us. It is incessant, continual, all abounding, loving care. Jesus doesn't just want to heal us from afar. In Mark chapter 8, Jesus wants to touch us. Jesus doesn't just want to fix us up. He wants to lift us up. Jesus doesn't just want to cure you. He wants to care for you. He wants to heal you. And we're going to go into a time of prayer for about a minute. And I leave us with two questions. And the first question to consider as we're praying through that 1 minute is this: where do you need Jesus' healing most? Is it a physical part of your body, your emotions, your social relationships? Is it your mental part of your life? Or which aspect do you need Jesus to heal most? Which aspect of Jesus' healing do you need most? Do you need him to hold your hand through this difficult time? Do you need to build a trust that he cares, that he's always there for you, that he loves you no matter what, that his hands are always holding yours and never letting go? Or do you need him to heal you physically, one step at a time, gradually, progressively? Or do you need a community of care who will come around you and say, we love you and we care for you despite your brokenness? So where do you need Jesus' healing today? And which aspect of Jesus' healing are you most in need of today? May the Lord speak to us.